Welcome back to the Jesse Lopez 15-minute podcast, the only podcast worth listening to. I'm completely out of energy. We left at 10 o'clock in the morning, and it is now 10 o'clock in the evening, and we still have an hour drive ahead of us. 70 miles between me and my destination, and before that we're going to stop in Round Rock and drop Jesse off. Got about 50 minutes of drive together left, and we're gonna podcast to the end.
Podcast it to the end.
Why? Because we're
like the best of friends.
Because we're mentally ill. We're deeply troubled people.
I am deeply troubled. List of elements?
All right.
Too many to list. I don't know.
I made a list of elements. It was one item long, and it was too many.
Plutonium.
Plutonium. List of elements: neon, argon, boron, Einsteinium, beryllium, aluminium. That's how the Brits pronounce it. Aluminium.
That's in Wolverine's nails.
That's adamantium.
What is that?
Nails? He's got claw. X-23 has the nails. She grows out her fingers and they go that.
Who's Wolverine's daughter then?
Wolverine doesn't have a daughter.
Okay, that little girl is gonna be in the new one.
Oh gosh.
I'd hit that.
Oh, if she's his 15-year-old daughter, I'd hit
that. She's immortal too. She's gonna be like 30 years old already.
I'd put my claws in her and then have sex with her.
By force.
Come on, man. All right, what do we talk about? What do we want to talk about? You want to talk about alien abductions? Yeah.
I have not heard a good alien abduction story in quite a while. I think people are smartening up.
Is that your whole thought? Yep. Usually you have a hot take. Usually you have like a controversial opinion.
Thank you very much for listening to the Jesse Lopez 15-minute podcast. The only podcast worth listening to.
But not this time. We kind of chewed to the bottom of that topic real quick.
Yeah, no, I think people...
Alien abductions. I don't believe in them. Next topic.
Is Gorbachev real? No, he's not.
No,
okay,
next topic. I am the best radio show host there's ever been. Somebody else would waste 2 whole hours talking about this.
Next subject.
Next topic.
No, I'm glad that they don't take them seriously anymore. This is great. It's a great thing because.
I mean, you have heard the theory that if alien life existed, they would have tried to contact us by now.
Yeah. They would have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why would they just like take our people, shove a thing up their asses, and maybe dissect 1 or 2 of them?
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's never evidence. There's never evidence. There's absolutely nothing. No evidence. If you have any evidence, mail it to me at
Jesse Lopez for Mayor.
At
yahoo.com. If you want to book him and or tell him about the horrible ways aliens have violated you for their sick twisted experiments on the mothership.
And then I'll go on a rebound date with you. So they probed you, huh?
Why don't we recreate the experience at my place? They explored you with a 13-inch probe? Well, I only have 4, but I'll make it work.
I'll do it 4 times. That's 16 inches.
If there's one thing that comes up in my bedroom, it's multiplication tables.
And autopsy tables.
Oh, come on. Come on. Come on.
My cigar. That whole still. Restrain the subject. No, that'd be funny if a boyfriend's like jealous at someone that got abducted, like his girls got abducted. Mm-hmm. Oh, you let the aliens do that to you, but not old Bobby here.
Not old Robert. He doesn't get to do his horrifying experiments on
your sensitive skin.
If I told you had a beautiful body, could I use it for my horrifying experiments?
I love that. That's my favorite pickup line of yours.
Thank you, my friend.
I have to just repeat it one more time. No, you repeat it. You have.
If I told you had a beautiful body, could I use it for my horrifying experiments? I just love the character. I love the mental picture that comes with that bit. Because you picture a mad scientist walking up to a girl at the bar.
Yeah.
And if I told you had a beautiful body, use it for my horror. I love everything about that line. And I don't know if you can say that about your own jokes, but I genuinely, that was just me saying a string of words together, and ever since then, it's brought me so much joy to think and say. It feels good. It feels good in the heart to say, if I told you you had a beautiful body, could I use it for my horrifying experiments?
No, I do.
He understands that the experiments are horrifying. He's not, in his own mind, he can't defend what he does. And he's still walking up to this girl.
Yeah, trying to convince her in some deluded way. No, it's one of my favorite lines from you.
It's fantastic.
What were we? Fucking aliens. You know what? I don't care about aliens anymore. Let's change the subject. World Series.
The World Series.
Chicago
Cubs broke a 108-year cold streak. Had never been to the World Series. Got there and won in 7 games. It's the first time in recorded history that the lead that the game has been tied up going into the 8th inning of Game 7 of the World Series. I think it's the first time Game 7 has gone to extra innings in many years, maybe of all time. That Game 7 went, it was absurd, and it started raining. There was a rain delay in the 10th inning. So the whole thing was an epic journey.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say this is the first game in history that went to 7 games in the World Series, and it got rained out that the Cubs were involved in.
That's a safe bet. That's a safe, considering.
I know my baseball.
Yeah, and this is I don't want to talk too much about records, but this is the first time in recorded history I've watched a baseball game all the way from beginning to end. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I enjoyed.
No, he's a liar. But I wasn't gonna call you out in front of my fans.
No, and yet here we are.
And here we are.
And I did it myself.
Yeah.
Trying to beat you to the punch, but you didn't even intend to. No. You were gonna let me. You were gonna let me go with my.
I was just gonna ask you. I was like, what are we like?
Didn't we show up at the 3rd inning? Yeah.
Yeah, we showed up at the 3rd inning and we did a comedy show.
Oh, I didn't watch the comedy show. I was too busy watching the baseball game.
You were too busy flirting with the magician.
I was too busy sucking off the magician.
Yeah. And instead of semen, just flowers popped out of his urinal.
And now I'm pregnant with flowers.
With tulips. With buds.
He won't return my phone calls or pay my child support.
Yeah. His disappearing act is
disappearing act.
No, but yeah, as soon as I like that you told us, like, as soon as the game was over, it's like, I can't believe I don't give a shit.
Which one?
You said no. What? Huh?
Oh, after the baseball game. When the base. What are you talking?
Who goes there? What's going on here?
No. I'm just checking.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, after the baseball game, I was very excited. We had watched the game to a point, and then after we had exited 9 innings of regulation, the 9 regular innings, and had gone to extra, hopped in the car, drove back. I went on Periscope.tv, I believe, Periscope. The app. I went on the website because you can find a bunch of people streaming the game. I know that's illegal. I don't care. Found the World Series. We watched the end of it. And I was like, this game is so epic. And the Indians had pulled from 8-6 to 8-7, and they had a man ready to go. And at that point, I had decided I wanted the Cubs to win, so I was very excited. I was like, oh man, what could happen? And then he grounded out to first, and I was like, well, that was kind of anticlimactic. And in the same sentence, I realized, I don't care. I don't care about any of what just happened. I'm not a baseball guy. I care about basketball a lot, but it was such a good game, I got wrapped up in it. And then the second it was over, it was like, none of this meant anything to me. I enjoyed it in the moment. I don't know any of the, I don't care.
Well, that's the way life should be. You enjoy it at the moment, and when you're done, you're done.
When you're done,
you dumper.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. When you're done,
not you, baby.
You wring your hands, and you return the shovel to Walmart.
And return the shovel to Walmart. Not you, baby. I love you very much. It's never gonna happen to us.
You'll be dead within the month.
You'll be dead within the month. You'll die broke 2 months from now.
That's never gonna happen to us, baby. Not when you see it coming. Not in a way you see. No, our relationship won't end that way.
Yeah, and my first, anytime I go on a first date, my first question is, do you have a little sister?
I want to know what I'm doing after this. So what else we got in the tank? What else do we want to talk about?
We have nothing in the tank.
We had nothing in the tank.
Nothing in the tank.
Nothing in the tank.
Yes, this is shitty roads in Texas all the way through.
Oh man,
I can't believe this road system is just so terrible.
Oh, everything in Texas is terrible.
You know, I thought Rick Perry was gonna be he should have been a good governor, but he sucked.
No, he was bad.
Yeah, dude, honestly, gays usually do a really good fucking job of everything.
Wait a second. Oh, come on.
He's gay.
Why do you think that?
I had a couple of friends that worked in politics, and that was like the big open secret
that he was
that he liked the boys.
He liked the boys.
The boys.
That was the open secret, is that
in the politics. Everybody knows it, but nobody can really confirm.
That's so.
But he likes men.
Is that? I feel like in this day and age, with the TMZ and all the gotcha journalism, I feel like someone would have discovered. I feel like that's not a thing you can keep secret anymore, and the news doesn't respect politicians enough to do anything about that.
I mean, there was rumors here and there.
Glenn Maxey, the first openly gay member of the Texas State Legislature and longtime Democratic activist, spent most of last summer helping a reporter of a national news outlet. Wait, what? Hang on.
Oh, you're looking up the gays.
I'm trying to
look up gay Rick Perry.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. There are dozens of other more tenuous secondhand reports, including one man linked to Rick Perry, who pointedly refused to deny the accusations. So there are a bunch of people claiming that they had sex with Rick Perry.
Well, he's just not denying that they banged.
Yeah, I mean,
he's like, did you have sex with what's his name?
It's all very anonymous and hazy, and who knows if any of it's true, but the fact that this is coming from a fairly prominent Texas political figure brings it out of the realm of pure rumor and offers an engaging little glimpse into how your news sausage gets made. James is a real estate agent Maxey tracked down who said he had sex with Perry after responding to a Craigslist ad. The posting asked for someone willing to unlock the door, turn off the lights, and lie face down on the bed, legs spread. James replied to the ad and did as instructed. As he lay on the bed, James heard someone struggling to open the door. Shielding his eyes, he ran out and opened the door. He jerked down his shorts. It lasted about a minute. He had a little dick. It was the worst fuck of my life. And on top of it all, he stunk because he had been jogging. He then pulled up his shorts and put the used condom in his pocket. As the mystery man tried to leave James's apartment, he struggled with the front door, which had a tendency to jam. The man started yelling for James to help him. As James opened it, his face was illuminated and seen by James for the first time. Oh my God, thought James, I just got fucked by Rick Perry.
Wow.
According to Maxey,
that's a, what do you call it, Playboy After Dark story.
Oh, yeah, one of those, I can't believe it happens to me.
Yeah.
Rick Perry inside of me.
Inside of me.
The man inside. Maxie writes that James had told the story to the reporter he was working for on the record. He agreed to be quoted using his last name and first initial of his first name, and that he had told numerous friends about the story contemporaneously. And then the next guy, Joey the Hustler. Maxie also says he found a male prostitute who told friends he worked for Perry. A gay businessman friend of Maxie's emailed him this. The whole story is I have an ex-friend who hired this kid years ago for sex, and they became friends. I was out at Rain, a gay club in Austin. I've been to Rain.
I've been to Rain too.
Yeah.
I made it rain at Rain.
I made it rain. With my friend, and we ran into this hustler kid. He very matter-of-factly said that he had just been hired to spend the weekend at the Driscoll with Perry and an assistant of Perry's.
I've been to the Driscoll.
I made it Driscoll at the Driscoll.
I had Driscoll out of her.
Driscoll? Maybe one of them. I couldn't Driscoll all of them. Ridiculous. He was nonchalant about it and said it happened 3 or 4 times a year, and he gave some sexual details about Perry and this other guy. This was in the 2000s, maybe 03.
Yeah. Who are we talking about? Marion Barry?
We're talking about Rick Perry.
Rick Perry.
Maxie and his reporter managed to find the hustler Joey and engaged in a months-long dance to try to get him to go on the record with his story. Maxie arranged for lawyers to represent Joey, including a nameless female lawyer who sounds a lot like Gloria Allred. She is always on TV with high-profile candidates, so that he could negotiate a good price from the National Enquirer and other publications that were sniffing around. In the end, Joey cut off communications. I suggest you ask Rick Perry. The longest-standing rumor about Perry, and the one that received the most public attention, is that his wife Anita caught him sleeping with his Secretary of State Jeff Connor and threatened a divorce. Maxie says that he and the reporter drove to Connor's house to confront him, and here's what Connor said. I'm no longer a public official, and I don't care to comment on that. I suggest you ask Rick Perry.
Everybody just says, ask Rick Perry if he's gay.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Among the other leads Maxie and the reporter pursued were reports that a gay mall rat who always wore fancy clothes and jewelry called Rick Perry his sugar daddy. He denied it when reached by Maxie. That Perry had an affair with a disgraced gay former legislator who had been convicted of misappropriation of funds. He denied it when it reached by the reporter. That there exists a photo of Perry and the convicted legislator together, shirtless in a field of bluebonnets. He never found it. That Perry attended a gay party with a friend who had his pinky finger hooked in Perry's belt loop all night long, and that Perry fired 3 gay staff members in a house cleaning after the Connor rumors first emerged. Maxie says the story was written, edited, and placed for publication last October, along with strenuous denials and legal threats from the Perry camp, when the corporate parent of the news outlet killed it, partly due to squeamishness about the story, and partly because Perry's political campaign had collapsed. His presidential one, this was around.
Yeah, I remember that.
He at one point promised all the details he had unearthed to a New York Times reporter, but that apparently never happened.
Yeah.
So what do you think about all that?
I'm thinking he should have done a better job on governor if he's queer.
Yeah.
Because usually gay people are really good, like managerial people. They're really good. I know it's a stereotype.
Sure.
Oh no!
What's up? Oh, it's the phone. The phone's alive, isn't it?
The phone is in the case.
Oh, damn it.
Jesus.
Why do I do this? Why do we do this?
Why? I'm pretty sure this is it. I'm gonna listen to them. If they're not good, they're not good.
Welcome to the Jesse Lopez 15-minute podcast, the only podcast worth listening to. We've been recording 18 minutes with the case on.
It might not be good.
That'll be fine. We did a whole thing talking about Rick Perry being gay, so it better be good. Yeah. It was worth it. The whole thing was gold.
Yeah, 'cause he's super gay.
There are a bunch of rumors. Nothing's been confirmed yet.
He's gay.
Why do you think?
I'd stake my reputation on it.
What reputation do you have?
I'm the bad boy of Austin comedy. I'm the Red King of Austin comedy. It's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever said. But I love it. I love it. The Rat King.
The Rat King of Austin.
I am the Rat King. Followed by rats.
Have you heard Rick Perry's in the news again? I heard he's gay. Where did you hear that? From the Rat King of Austin?
The Rat King of Austin comedy.
Really? The Rat King of Austin comedy? Well, if he says it, it must be true. He staked his reputation on it.
His reputation. All his rats are very loyal and very accurate with their rumors.
If we can't trust him, from where will we obtain our cheese? These are two rats talking about Rick Perry. There's the whole thing.
He is. I believe he is.
You believe he's a gay man?
Yeah.
You have no proof.
No
No
proof.
evidence.
No evidence. Just rumors and gumption.
Did you? Yeah. Just rumors and gumption. Gumption.
Yeah. Not very good rumors and not very good gumption.
Not very good rumors. Horrible gumption. You have no but just enough gumption to accuse Rick Perry of being a gay man.
Yes.
All right. Fine. I have seen Rick Perry rise in presidential polls so many times. Like, he ran for you. He was the governor for 5 terms. I'm not going to argue about Rick Perry because I don't care. I'm glad he's not the governor anymore.
Yeah.
He's a garbage man. Whether or not he's gay, garbage man. I think that's a fair thing to say. Terrible governor. Not a good guy. Whether or not he's gay, I have no knowledge of whether or not he's gay. Doesn't matter. Terrible man. Don't like him.
Terrible man. Yes.
Terrible man.
No, I just hate that he's gay and he just gives people a bad gay name. Like, no, gay is a bad name. Holy shit.
Again, he's not vocally. If he is, you're getting me to.
What?
If he is gay, he's not saying he's gay, so he's not representing gay people. You've
queer.
decided he's gay, and you've decided subsequently.
I decided with my butt. I'll show him. I'll show that.
I hate
queen.
Rick Perry. I hate him almost as much as having to kiss his poster every night. But I must be ready for our first night together. I must be prepared. Whole thing.
Oh yeah, pushing his wife into the pool. me and Rick Perry elope.
Wrapping his legs around my hips as we ride into the sunset. As I ride him into the sunset.
Pushing his forehead into my bosom as he cries because he lost the election. Yeah. Please, Governor Perry.
You're so ugly when you cry.
Yeah. Nobody likes a tearful queer.
Oh, come on. All right.
Oh, come on. Queer's fine. I haven't used the other word.
Yeah, fine. That's a better word than
It's
some.
a better word, right? Not even once.
You haven't said it once.
We have a whole gay podcast, and I have not said word once.
We talked about aliens. We talked about Chicago Cubs. We were talking about Texas. And then we started talking about Texas roads. Then we started talking about Rick Perry. You decided this was the gay episode. We didn't. For the last 5 minutes, we've been talking about Rick Perry, unsubstantiated rumors that he's a gay man. And then we started talking about you having sex with Rick Perry. Which is a funny visual, but not a visual. Yeah.
Because he'd be banged. He'd be like, like banged.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd bang him and then jerk him off so he won't want to bang me afterwards. You know, like that reach around. Fucking make him come in his own face.
Oh,
he's so bent over. I would destroy him.
Make him come.
Just because, I would destroy his ass just because he's a bad governor.
And now I leave you.
And then just break his heart.
Yeah.
Fucking blubbering for me.
But why? Because I only fuck winners.
Because I only fuck winners. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
That's terrible. Oh, my heart. What a heartbreaking thing to do to a terrible man.
To a terrible man.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to talk about this. I want to know what your insights are on the Chicago crime spree, or what do you call it? On their way to being a record-breaking year for deaths, murders. What do you think about this, Corwin?
What do I think about what about
that?
What about Chicago?
They're having it's like a death every 20 minutes.
Chicago Chicagoan dies every 20 minutes.
Yeah. Murdered
every 20
minutes. Like the biggest, what do you call it? Murder in like 20 years, I think.
Oh, God.
Or it's pretty much scheduled for it.
It's scheduled.
It's scheduled.
So it's as reliable as the subway.
Yeah.
Which is ironic because the subway isn't that reliable. At least 22 people died in Chicago. Week in review. This was August 31st, 2016. Oh, man. 22 people died in Chicago as one of the bloodiest months in decades continues. En route to reaching that 80th homicide of the month, at least 22 people were homicide victims, including 3 girls, 7 and younger, killed when somebody set fire to the apartment building they lived on in the South Side.
But that's sick.
It's tragic. It is very...
Even I refrain from sending incendiaries at apartments.
Yep. It is
sick.
It is very, very sad, and it's a shame that I don't know why people are doing the things they do. It breaks my heart.
In Chicago, we need a hero. We need Michael Jordan back in there.
We need Michael Jordan. That's what it changes. A championship ring in Chicago. Oh wait, they just won the World Series, and the murders haven't stopped.
Because baseball, man.
Because nobody cares about baseball.
It was the Bears, maybe.
Uh-huh.
It was the Chicago Bulls, yeah, but dude, who gives a shit about baseball?
Who gives a shit? 40 million people watched that game. 15 million more than people that watched the last World Series. That is a 60% jump. Somebody get
Because it went to Game 7. Even we watched it. We don't give a shit.
No, okay, fine.
There's a bunch of Wes's and Jesses.
All over the world.
Yeah, all over the world. Those fucking queermos watching that fucking game.
So the murder rate in Chicago soars up 72% in 2016. Shootings are up by more than 88%.
Yeah. It's bad.
Yeah, so why, do you know why this is happening?
It's, what do you call it? Just a bunch of black and black crime.
Police said the disturbing rise in violence is driven by gangs and mostly contained to a handful of pockets on the city's south and west sides. While Chicago PD will remain tireless in its efforts to hold criminals accountable for their actions, we all have a part to play in creating a safer Chicago. In the coming weeks and months, I plan on meeting with and listening to a range of Chicagoans, from activists and elected officials to ministers and parents, to find ways we can come together to build mutual trust and lasting partnerships that will make the streets safer for everyone. Okay. The tough thing is, I don't know about you, but the Chicagoans he's talking to, the activists, the elected officials, the ministers, and the parents, none of these are the murderers.
Yeah.
If you want to sit down and talk to somebody, you should probably arrest the people murdering people.
Oh, yeah, or at least talk to the gang leaders.
Because, you can talk to as many parents and religious ministers as you want. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sit down with the fucking thugs.
Yeah. And then get a deal with them and have them turn on the people.
Yeah. Get all the thugs, unite.
Yep.
And they could, kill people in other cities.
Yep, that's how you do it.
Chicago won't seem so bad.
All of a sudden, the murder rate in Chicago seems like the average.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, but these people don't know politics.
These people not knowing politics. No art of the deal. That's why I voted Donald Trump. 26. I didn't vote Donald Trump.
I will. I'm gonna vote for Donald Trump. And I'm gonna giggle my ass off, and I'm gonna hold my balls and say, "Hey, I hope go by the Donald."
What did you just say to your
boss?
And they'll be like, "Are you having a stroke? Are you trying to call in sick to work because you're dying? Have I hired a mentally challenged boy this whole time? Am I talking to you through an aquarium?"
An aquarium?
Donald.
Donald.
Who is this?
Who is this? How do you know his name?
Hello?
How can you read that ballot?
Literally.
No, but I hope they break the world record in murder in Chicago.
Why do you hope that?
I hope that.
Why do you hope that?
I don't know. It's interesting to see that.
No, it's just I just like seeing people set records.
Yeah.
Just kind of good. Just kind of good stuff.
The World Series is the first time they hold a World Series Game 7 when it rains in the most murderous city in the country. I'm gonna go off on a limb.
I'm gonna go off on a limb.
Say that's the first Game 7 when it rains held at a murderous city. Most murderous city in the country.
Most murderous city in the country.
I would bet my Luxurious
home of the best baseball team that's also the most murderous baseball team.
Yeah.
Statistically, most likely to be murderers by virtue of their people from Chicago.
Yeah. And we're not even talking about the Chicago murders. The Chicago Bears Cubs. The Chicago Cubs themselves are committing murders.
With Chicago.
just throwing hookers out of balconies.
Hookers out of balconies.
Yeah. Just stabbing their chauffeurs.
Setting apartments on fire.
Setting apartments on fire.
Whole shebang.
Yeah.
Yeah. They all got really excited. How do you celebrate the World Series? Me? I set my neighbor's apartment on fire.
And then I throw a hooker off that building. Yeah. No, but yeah, it's. I do wish. I do want highest crime in Chicago. Maybe they should just send the military in there. Fucking drone them.
It's
Why don't they just drone drug dealers? Just go right into their fucking house, blow everything up.
Because it's not RoboCop. Because the world isn't where there's a trial process typically.
What do you mean there's no RoboCop? There's a statue of RoboCop.
There's this first of all, that's in Detroit. Second of all, this isn't RoboCop as in like the U.S. government doesn't get to be the judge, jury, and executioner. There are people that are judges.
Why do they blast weddings then in Iraq?
That's a whole. That's the issue with drones, is that, well, number one, it's because we aren't the legal system over there, and we really shouldn't do that because we're not the legal system in the Middle East. We should let it operate on its own. That's the big complaint about drones, is that we're interceding in another country's legal system.
You know, but I believe, like, that Middle East shit, don't fucking bring your fucking shit over here with your covered wife.
Oh, come on.
No, don't cover your fucking wife.
Why
No, it's fucking bullshit.
Why can't people do and why?
No, because it's kind of like they're brainwashed. They come over and they're still brainwashed. The guy's wearing oh, look at me, I'm wearing fucking short shorts. It's summertime, and the wife's fucking covered up. Fuck you, man. That's fucking wrong.
It's a culture thing.
I don't give a shit. Here in America, we pretend we're all equal.
Oh, come on. Part of being equal is giving people choices, and I'm not saying that the burqa isn't a tool of oppression.
It is. You're right.
It has a lot of issues, but I'm saying, like, if somebody comes over here, and it's the same way that you see or what do you see? You see Muslim woman with a shawl, or you see I don't know, an Indian woman with the dot on her head. These are things where they're parts of the culture, and do they have odd implications? Sure. It's weird that women wear heels because that's not good for their mobility. It's not good for their continued back support. And
but they wear flats. So if they want to wear flats, they can wear flats.
Exactly. And if she wants to if this woman, again, not sure how much say in the matter, and there's obviously some institution of lack of in this, but if I've heard of women that wear burqas by choice, and if they want to, I think that's their right. I'm not sure. I'm just speaking at large. I'm speaking in general. I'm sure there are women that are oppressed within the system, and they don't want to wear burqas, and I think that's fucked up. But I also think think within reason, obviously.
How many of those women do you think just say, no, I want to wear the burqa because my husband, they don't want the husband to get mad?
Oh,
how many of those?
I couldn't possibly.
You couldn't possibly say. Probably
that's all
probably
about.
Most of them.
We can't do statistics about what goes on behind closed doors.
I can.
God,
I statistic with my fucking head.
I statistic with my brain. With my thoughts and such.
No, yeah. I bet you a lot of them just want to please their husband, even if they don't believe in it. And if they believe in it, they're fucking stupid.
Oh.
So, outlaw the burqa.
Outlaw the burqa.
Outlaw the burqa. Why not?
It is legal to wear a burqa in the U.S. It's protected by the First Amendment. There are a few times when a burqa must be removed, such as when being photographed for a passport, driver's license, or other identification. Most agencies follow guidelines similar to on removing a burqa for a driver's license or state photo. Anti-mask laws in the U.S. are generally used as an aggravating factor to enhance penalties when masks are worn while committing crimes. So there's an it's the legality thing. It's the reason you can't go around dressing like the clown. It's why dressing up like a clown, all these clown pranksters, that's a crime. But it's not typically used. There are anti-mask laws, but people usually use those anti-mask laws when doing things like, oh, you're terrorizing people, you're engaging in terrorizing activity. That's what that's the official thing that the clowns are being charged with. And the follow-up is also you can't wear masks.
Okay, first of all, don't mention what do you call it? Don't refer to Iraqis as clowns.
That's not what that's not what I was getting at. Are we good? We're good.
No, you're good. I thought it was gonna be stopping me.
I was.
You know how? Okay, next topic. You know how clowns? You know how cops be stopping people?
Oh God.
You know how clowns be stopping?
Women be shopping. Am I right? Women be shopping.
Oh, man.
I was not referring to Iraqis as clowns. You know I was. I was saying, come on. I was saying that there is a phenomenon in this country where a bunch of white men in their 20s are deciding, I'm gonna dress up like a clown. I'm gonna do weird shit. I don't know where they're deciding to do it. The world doesn't know it, but for some reason they're all deciding as a weird group thing.
Because of the movie It. It's coming up.
I don't think that's the reason.
Yep.
I don't think that's
I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is.
But anyway, so just wearing a thing over your face isn't a crime. But when you use it in conjunction with a crime, like when you rob a place, like when you hold up a store and you've got a Richard Nixon mask, the mask is part of the crime and will enhance your sentence. It'll make it because you were trying to get away with it, essentially.
It'll enhance your sentence because you were trying to get away with it.
Yeah, exactly.
You were trying to get away with a crime, so we're gonna give you a bigger sentence.
Yeah, it's one of those coin flips. It's one of those roll of the dice. Okay. If you get away with it, then you get off scot-free, and if you don't, you bet too high. Yeah. I've got double jeopardy. I committed 2 crimes at once. They cancel each other out.
Yeah.
That's the guy who doesn't understand the legal system.
I kind of do now.
Oh yeah, because you won that case.
Huh? Oh no, I was talking about when you have sex with a girl in the morning after you drug her. Like, it's okay because drugs worn off. You know, like you're drunk, you get her drunk or high.
What?
You know, that's double jeopardy because you bang a chick, you get her really drunk.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know her name, you bang her, and the next morning when she's sober, you bang her again. Double jeopardy. Nothing happened.
That's not.
You can't even get sexually diseases.
What are you? None of the things you said are true. You've said nothing right. Everything you've said. Everything.
Everything.
You've taken from me everything.
Just keep writing jokes for me.
Oh God.
It'll be okay.
Here we go.
It'll be all okay.
Georgetown, Texas.
Holy shit.
So close to the end of our journey. We're 38 minutes deep. Do we want to wrap it up?
No, one more topic.
One more topic. American Fence and Supply Company. What are your thoughts, Jesse? We need to build a fence.
American product. Actually, no. I wouldn't mind the big fence.
The big fence.
I wouldn't mind a bigger fence.
It's not.
I do mind the cost of making it.
Well, what if we make them pay for it?
That's ridiculous.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
But I mean, if he spends all his time and energy and fucking tries to get everyone on board with it, I mean, he could do it.
Oh, we're talking about Trump in the wall?
Yeah, but then it'll be so much effort that it's not worth it.
It's not gonna work.
I mean,
40.
Because you can actually fucking invade Mexico because of all the fucking drug cartel, drug lords, all the crime spilling over.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is a lot of fucking crime. I went down to Brownsville for a couple of months. Dude, nobody had stories other than kidnapping. Oh yeah, they were at the checkpoint over there in Mexico. They went to visit family. When they came back, they started like tapping them with a gun. Says, hey, we're gonna need some money. So they took off, and their fucking mother stays behind, and they never saw her again. Or fucking some guy, some little girl or lady got kidnapped, and the ransom money, they couldn't afford the ransom money. Instead of $10,000, they gave him like $5,000. So they literally gave him a bag with half of his daughter.
Oh my god.
I mean, shit. My uncle. I did say this in the podcast?
Yeah.
My uncle found a bunch of fucking like heads.
Yeah, you did say that.
Like, you know, he saw a crowd, and he's like, "What's a crowd?" It's like just a bunch of severed heads,
Just a
a
bunch.
block away from his fucking house.
Okay.
And then my other uncle, they just kidnapped him, and he's nowhere to be found now.
Where we found? They
Somebody
found his car.
Just found his car, and that's it.
Yep. I do recall that story.
And yeah, all that fucking shit is fucking spilling over. Why can't we drone the cartel?
Well, again, we don't want to interfere with the functions of a governing body that should be able to govern and police itself.
Well, that is why my man Donald Trump will be. No, I can't even do an announcement voice.
Can't even.
I really don't believe it. I think he's just fucking full of shit.
First of all, it's not going to stop immigration, illegal or otherwise.
Drone the illegals? You're right, Corwin.
That's not what I was saying. You know,
I'm pretty sure you did.
Because 60% of people illegally come to this country via plane, not via the road, so a wall isn't going to stop anything.
For real? Is that
That's
true?
a fact.
Why are these illegals getting all these planes?
They get on, they fake documents, get on board a passenger plane, Mexico to the United States, they get on, it's fine.
And the other 40%, they're doing cartwheels over the fucking wall?
I was going to say, like, roads, cars, street transport, that sort of thing. That's the division, is planes, and then it might actually be 40% planes, 60%. A significant minority, I think, is by plane, everything else by the roads. And the fact of the matter is, we used to have less. What caused an increase in the amount of illegal immigrants in this country?
Mexicans' violence?
No, it was the fact that we tightened our borders. It used to be you'd be able to go back and forth, but then you need all these extra documents, so people that had come over for work and would leave in the day were like, oh, well, now I'm just stuck here, I guess. I have to find, like, a home, even though I'm not a citizen. I wasn't planning on doing this, but now I have to be here because I used to be able to come and go as I pleased. And now that so making the borders more strict it's like a revolving door. That's the concept. So if there's no regulation, people come and go as they please. They'll leave, they'll stop, they'll enter and exit, no issue. But if you make it hard, they'll get through on one side and then they won't be able to come back on the other.
What about all these fucking people? Like I was talking to a border patrol agent, and the guy's like, dude, they come in like illegally. They come in, they rape.
That's not
a bunch of no. He is the fucking border patrol agent.
No.
They'll rape someone, and then
the border patrol agent will rape someone.
No, the illegals.
No.
They come in. Well, so he's wrong.
Yep.
He's fake.
Yep.
Really.
Yep.
I am no.
Yep.
No. So he's just making up stories.
Yep.
For real.
That's what I'm getting at.
Jesus Christ, Corwin! How could you be so obtuse?
What are you talking about?
It's from the Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, okay.
No, but how can you just dismiss him like that?
Because he's wrong.
He's the one that investigates that shit. And they just go back to Mexico, and they might find them 4 years from now.
Who the fuck is they?
The border patrol agents.
Yeah.
You know what? Someone's brother. A friend's brother works as a what's that like the park ranger shit? And they have them looking for wetbacks now, like illegals. Instead of catching crocodiles. Like they were like, you know how the crocodiles are in the pond? Now they don't do that shit. They're like, nope. Let animal control. Someone else take care of the crocodiles. You're gonna catch fucking mojaditos.
Park rangers?
No, yeah, it's like a park ranger.
Why are park rangers?
No, a game warden. There we go. Game warden.
Why are game wardens trying to catch legal immigrants?
They tell them like, hey, there's suspicious activity. They go and see if it's a fucking. No, that's why.
There's suspicious activity in a nature reserve.
Well, they fucking cross through like forests.
Forest.
Or whatever, like the mosquitoes and shit, you know?
Uh-huh.
And they have to go investigate that instead of fucking taking a crocodile out of someone's swimming pool. Or whatever. Resaca. I don't know for you fucking
people. That's always been an animal control thing. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense.
No, the park ranger, when it's like outside of the city limits, the park ranger will take care of that shit. But now he has to fucking catch fucking immigrants.
Who has a swimming pool outside of a city?
I said Resaca, goddammit.
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck you're talking about.
The game warden has to catch wetbacks. That's what I have to talk about. That's the thing. Instead of gaming wardens.
What do you think a game warden does? How do you warden games?
A game warden.
How is one who wards a game?
That's a game.
I game you, warden. I don't. You're saying gibberish things to me.
Gibberish things? How can they be gibberish? Jesus Christ, man.
How can you be so obtuse? Let me mansplain something to you really quick. The Shawshank Redemption. That's a movie where they redeem the Shawshank.
The Shaw
from what was shook, from what was shunk.
No, but this is the fucking thing. They have game wardens wrangling up wetbacks instead of alligators.
Uh-huh.
You know why? Because the fucking alligator doesn't break into your fucking house, doesn't steal your bicycle, fucking clothes from your clothesline. It's a big problem. It's a fucking big problem in the fucking valley and border towns. Here it doesn't matter, dude. Shit, man. There's nobody. But in the border, it's a big fucking problem. Immigration is a huge fucking problem. Them crossing over and shit. Hey, maybe it's only a small percentage, but it's affecting the community where I used to live in. All those fucking people there. No. I don't believe it. Say it. No. Dismiss it.
I don't believe it.
Thank you very much, people, for listening to the Jesse Lopez 15-minute podcast, the only podcast worth listening to. I have been Jesse Lopez, Jesse fucking Lopez, if you will. My co-host here, Wes.
I forgot your last name.
I was gonna make a nickname, Wes the Mess Corwin.
Yep. All right.
Wes the Mess Corwin.
You're gonna follow me at the mess. Wes the Mess.
Wes the Mess.
Wes the Mess Corwin. That is my full Twitter handle. At the mess. Wes the Mess. Wes the Mess Corwin.
Game warning.
My Twitter handle is, of course, 167 characters long. Wes the Mess. The Mess Wes. Wes the Mess Corwin.
Warning game ad.
What do you think?
Email address. The warning game ad.
Describe the job functionality of a game warden.
Well, he gives you tickets if you catch fish that are too small. If you're poaching,
yeah,
he comes and puts a stop to that with like an axe handle. I don't know.
I don't fight. They don't even have guns. Why would they ask them to go investigate illegal immigration?
No, they do have guns. Yeah, they carry a standard 9mm, I think, or a 40 caliber, something like that. Yeah, they do have standard weapons.
Person who is employed to supervise game and hunting in a particular area. This is from the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department.
Yeah, well, they have those fucking people wrangling up wetbacks.
I don't
what?
I don't think that's right.
No, it's not right. But that's what they're making them do.
I'm not saying that doesn't sound morally right or ethically right. I'm saying that sounds inaccurate.
No. And it's been recently, actually.
Recent.
It's been recently.
During the past year, Warden Boone has filed charges on 8 different subjects for hunting and killing deer from a roadway and during closed season. In addition to these cases, he has filed on several subjects for the taking of alligators without landowner consent. His most notable case was the apprehension of an individual that killed 2 whooping cranes in Jefferson County.
Whooping cranes?
This is the kind of shit that game wardens do.
I understand. Don't mansplain it.
I will mansplain anything I want.
No, I'm telling you.
You see, I get to pretend I know things, and you have to deal with it.
I don't like this role. Let's go back.
Let's go back to when I was saying ridiculous things. Yeah. Game Warden Colby Hens inspects a shrimp boat's freezer. Brownsville says
and they found 2 whooping cranes.
The wardens can't shut down the border's illicit activities, but usually from disrupting it, you can slow it down.
Oh shit.
What?
Oh shit.
Are you getting pulled over?
No.
What are you?
I passed the.
Oh, you passed the exit?
Yes.
God damn it, Jesse. So I guess we got to wrap up because now we're at the point where we depart.
We're at the point of no return.
You know what? Drive me to Maggie's and then walk. Walk the 8 miles back to Round Rock. No, get off the other way.
You get off.
God. Game wardens also keep an eye for illicit activities of an altogether different kind.
Illicit activities.
Over the summer, they had worked with federal agents pursuing a tip that one of the Mexican fishing vessels would unload a shipment of drugs on the beach at South Padre Island. The operation resulted in the seizure of nearly 1,000 pounds of marijuana. The potential for that is out here is high. Game wardens, long a fixture in Texas outdoors culture, have taken on a growing but often overlooked role in the push for a more secure border.
Yeah.
Over the next 2 years, the state will spend $800 million to ramp up border security efforts. One piece of the plan is figuring out how to best utilize the game warden's skills and experience along the border of Mexico. Game wardens were on the front lines during a 14-month border surge that concluded in August. They patrolled around the clock along a stretch of the Rio Grande. This surge, however, strained the resources of the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department since wardens had to be rotated in from elsewhere in the state. The continuous patrols were suspended at the end of the summer as border secure operations evolved. Today, game wardens along the border are shifting their energies to a more targeted approach. The model is changing to more intelligence-driven.
You're boring, Wes. You're boring, everyone.
Where we really excel is a 5-day, 7-day, 10-day surge on a very targeted area. It is difficult for us with our numbers to sustain a 24/7 operation for 14 months.
Wes,
Texas's heavy investment in border security is a new phenomenon.
I gave you a chance.
Only over the last decade have state leaders devoted significant money to what was traditionally been a federal responsibility.
I believe they're catching crocodiles.
The Texas Department of Okay.
I don't believe your article. I believe they're catching crocodiles. You were right all along.
Good. This is what I wanted. I wanted this.
What, you wanted to read my podcast?
I wanted to be right, and I did it.
No,
We just agreed. I'm right.
You just read.
You just said.
You just read. That
you just said.
You just said. I just wanted you to stop being boring.
You just said.
You're just being.
You just said.
I said it.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to the Jesse Lopez 15-minute podcast. The only podcast about game wardens.
Boo. Boo.